welcome along to the channel. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. When browsing the YouTube archives, I often come across videos named Bergrennen or Bergrennen Masters and things like that, which is basically European hill climbing with brutish cars and lots of horsepower, and it's generally very interesting and very exciting to watch. So with the release of the new VW Scirocco Group 2 car in RaceRoom, I felt, how about we do a virtual Bergrennen and see what some of these cars are like on a hill climb stage on RaceRoom. So let's jump into the first car, which is the Scirocco, and see how we get on. Okay, so here we are at the start of the stage. We're waiting for the red lights on the right hand side here to get us underway. Revs up, and away we go. Loads of understeer, as you would expect from a front wheel drive car such as this. Now I've shortened the gear ratios because we don't need the really long gears for regular circuit racing, because this is all about acceleration being a hill climb stage. Now, what do we know about the Scirocco? Well, it's built to Group 2 regulations. Front wheel drive, as we mentioned. It's naturally aspirated, which means it revs to 9,000 RPM, which means it sounds utterly spectacular. I do miss modern, naturally aspirated race engines. They just sound so good. This thing is so nicely balanced, it really is. It's usually with front wheel drive cars, you end up getting a lot of power understeer when you're on the throttle, whereas this, it feels so nicely poised. You can really chuck it about as well. This is really what you need around one of these hill climb stages. Now, there are two hill climb stages in RaceRoom. This is the RaceRoom Hillclimb, as it's called, rather than the Lake View one, I think it's called. But I prefer this one. It's 10 kilometers long, so plenty to sink your teeth into. Now these little early VWs like the Scirocco and also Mark I Golfs and Polos, etc., are quite popular on the European hill climbing scene. You see them a lot in the Bergrennen videos that you can find on YouTube. I can see why. They are really nicely well suited to stages like this. Coming up to a village section now to smash that curve there. Try not to end up in someone's front door. Up past the hotel. My gearbox is coming off the table. More careful with it, more mechanical sympathy required. See if we can make it to the end of the stage without having another mechanical failure. An Alpine pass to add to the feel of the stage. But this car is just so good. This is just giving it an all-out thrash on a country road, just missed the wall. But in a racing environment on a circuit, this car is equally as capable and fun to drive. There's plenty of stone walls and cliff faces to sink your car into should you get it wrong. Try not to do that if we can avoid it. This is one of the tighter sections on the stage. Now, different to rally in the fact that you don't get a co-driver telling you what corners are coming up next, so it's really very much on your memory and what you can see coming up in front of you. This is just so good. Got a nice view off to the left there, but don't look at it for too long because corners are coming. Playing with the throttle a little bit to try and figure out where the grip is. It's just as the noise is bouncing off all the walls. It's so good. getting to the point of the stage now where I don't really know where I am. I know bits of it. Down to another hairpin here. Just the 4 gears in this car, so not too many to worry about. Cross feedback, just going to grab the wheel out of my hand a little bit there on a curb. Car rotates really nicely as well. A series of constant corners which you just weave your way through. Just never-ending smile on your face driving this thing. It's just that shift there. Gotta really pay attention to your rev matching on the downshifts, otherwise it will punish you. Like that. Again, we got away with it. Trying to maximise your run through this course really isn't easy. Do several attempts at it just to get an idea of where you're going and to have the confidence to really chuck the car in. Okay, coming to the end of the stage now, last corner. What kind of time we're going to do? It's a 6-minute 6. Just stopped in front of the barriers as well, just for good measure. Right, 6 minutes 6. What other Bergrennen style cars can we find on RaceRoom? Okay, so the gearbox has been refixed back in position, and we're going to need it for this one because this is a bit more of a beast. If I can keep this car on the track and finish the stage, it'd be a miracle. This is the Fab Car 935 Group 5 car. It has heaps of power, not very good brakes, and is an absolute handful. Trying to get away from you all the time, so let's see if we can actually finish the stage. Now, there are Porsche 935s, especially the K3 variants, which are hill climbing in Europe. But this is the closest we have on RaceRoom to one of those Porsche 935s. The Fab Car variant is something which has been worked on in the States. Not a Porsche car specifically, but it's around that same kind of genetic makeup. So we've got a 6-cylinder engine behind us, producing far too much horsepower than it's good for. It's good for it, shall I say. It does mean that things come at you very quickly and often out of the side window. Do hold on to the steering wheel with these things. You don't always get away with it. Oh, there's one wall. Oh, come on. That's what happens sometimes when you have a slight mistake. You tend to overdrive to try and make up for it. Let's try and avoid that. Significantly less front end grip on this thing. Imagine having one of these things blast past your front door. Quite a sight. This is probably going to be about 5 or 6 minutes of not really breathing. Endless gear changes. Stop, stop, stop. Stopped it, but in the wrong gear. Sounds so good through the tunnels. Turbo wastegate chattering away. There's another crease. Right, come on. Let's finish the stage. respectfully. When the boost kicks in, it really is brutal. Especially if it kicks in when you're not quite ready for it. These cars aren't really meant for hill climbing at all, just because of the turbo lag. But because they are hill climbed in real life, I'll try it in the virtual world too. It's going to beat the Scirocco. I think it's going to be close, I think, because not only am I interacting with the walls, I also feel like I can't carry as much speed around the corners as I could in the Scirocco, even though we're probably making up for it a little bit in a straight line with all that power. I feel like I'm just riding the brake pedal constantly because I just don't want it getting away from me. Driving like a proper wimp right now. And then the Formula rim not quite helping me out on those tight hairpins. She's getting himself into a bit of a confused muddle as to whether he should be changing gear, steering, braking, putting the power on. However, this is still incredibly good fun and a real challenge as well. My Thrustmaster V3s are busy rumbling away at me either on the throttle or on the brake. It's like, what are you doing to me? Big clump full of opposite lock through there. Car stops just about. You know when you think you know where you're going most of the time, and then you try a different car and you really don't know where you're going. Last corner then. Can we beat this Scirocco? Looks like we will just about. Yeah. This time we did clack the barrier. Oh, it's a wild ride. But I get the feeling that it's going to get a bit wilder very soon. Okay, this is one of those typical Bergrennen monsters, and this is about to get scary. This is the 134 BMW, as driven by Georg Plaza, and it's got a Judd V8 Formula 1 engine in it. Massive downforce. It's an absolute rocket ship. It's so much grip. Sequential gearbox in this one, so no need for the H pattern, which is just as well because I don't think I could keep up with it. Oh, getting there over the jump there. Oh, this thing. What a brute. This is in the Hillclimb Icons category on RaceRoom, along with a Mercedes SLK. But this thing has just got acceleration to boot. As you'd expect from a car which is specifically designed for the hill climb tracks. The rotation is just insane. The traction control kicking in then. Now I thought I was going off, but the brakes are so good that you can just hit them so late. That was nearly a big off. If you ever wanted to drive a car to tone your glutes, this is the one. Whoa. To the inside. Really just point this thing at the scenery and it'll just come to you very, very quickly. Sounds awesome as well. With Judd V8 in it. Georg Klausner was definitely one of those people who lived for the hill climber events. Sadly was killed on one of them as well. This was his last ever car that he drove. But now we get to share that hill climb passion, drive it on RaceRoom as well. Going, you get tunnel vision, it comes up so quickly. Oh dear. Wow. What a ride this is. As you would expect, the speed comfortably quicker than the other two. Even with my little brush with the wall. Just be so accurate with it. It'll turn in and just go wherever you point it. Trying to concentrate to actually get this thing through the stage. Last corner. 4 minute 46. And relax. Oh dear me. Oh, that was fun. So, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. We really appreciate it. Also, if you like our content and like what we do, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We're doing more challenges, instructional videos as well coming soon. But for now I'm going to carry on driving this thing because it's just amazing. And we'll see you very soon.